Bananas?
Found little crab.
Colorblind
like,
to red
where's your
press
fucking
me.
Vin
Whole
Diesel?
bunch of fish belly up.
Welcome back to Monkey See, Monkey Do, another episode in your humble abode.
Good evening, viewers.
Well, you talked about Matt like really dressing up smart and putting his hair back and glasses on just for the fucking shits and gigs.
We'll just mix it up every episode. Like one day I'll be in a party shirt, the next day it's a suit, the next minute.
You know what's
I'm in a
funny?
singlet.
I was gonna wear my pineapple shirt today. I was like, fuck it. Like,
One time, nothing at all.
what's that Fatal Attraction? The
Sharon Stone.
Stone, yeah. Anyway, why did we? Oh, yeah, because we were talking about things that we had done in terms of like our younger life, and we were talking about like concerts and stuff that we've been to,
Yeah.
and then we started talking about concerts that we'd snuck into.
How I didn't like paying for them.
Yeah, well, I'll go first. I'll play. So, when I think I was, it must have been between 10 and 12. I'm pretty sure it was 10. My auntie used to live at a place near a music place. So it was called the Milton Keynes Bowl, and she lived like 5-10 minutes away. You could walk there. And so Eminem and D12, like 50 Cent would have been too early for that. It probably would have been like, anyway. So, well, like a bunch of these people, like a girl that I'm dating, like was like, oh, these older guys are going to this concert, we should go. I'm like, absolutely. And by then I had like my little Nokia, like 6210, you know, text my mom like, hey, I'm out till this time, we'll be back at this time. We sneak into the concert.
We're just gonna go to a diner and play some brick and some steak.
Tetris, I don't fucking know. So we go, someone's already like chipped a hole in the fence, so we just climb through the bush, head in. We all get in, and then I'm watching all these people play, and like that's when I realized what weed was, because I walk into like this Eminem, D12, and everyone else concert. I'm like, why does it smell like my granddad's house?
What is this about your granddad?
Everyone's just
Granddad was rad.
everyone's just like blazing up. I'm like, that's weird. Just smells like granddad.
I sometimes forget about the age difference between us.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what was my granddad doing in what, like, at like when he was
World
that
War
age? Like,
One.
he was in World War Two. My granddad went to World War Two at 14 years of age.
My grandma-
He's lying about his age to go to World War Two.
I don't know if he's gonna be mad at this, but like, my granddad went to prison. Hey, look, I mean, if you know him, you're like, you know the story. But yeah, and it's weird because we went to visit him. I went to visit him, and it was like one of those like really.
Is this your stepdad's dad?
No, it's my mum's stepdad, but he's like our granddad. That's what we call granddad. It's technically it's Dean's dad. If that makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
My loose uncle's dad. Yeah.
Sorry, Dan.
And but now we went to visit him in this like.
Hold on a second, like just for people who might have forgotten who Dean is. Dean's his uncle. He's that funny smelling, fun uncle at the party.
He's not even fun. Or he's a vegan. So mate, he is fun smelling.
He really likes plants.
Yeah, maybe that's the secret code. I'm a vegan. But no, I remember we went to visit, at least I think we went to visit Granddad while he was like away. He was like away. And, but yeah, he had like this like little home, like little mobile home thing. We just went to visit him in like a prison. It was weird.
Sick.
Yeah, but no one knew this. It's like, oh, this is Granddad's like away home.
He's on vacation.
Yeah. Granddad ain't coming back for a little while now, you hear? But naturally, the relationship between my granddad and my nan fell apart over time with those things. But no, have fun memories. Anyway, I don't know fuck why we segued. Oh yeah, so snuck into the Eminem concert, and I'm watching all these like people play, and I'm like, I fucking know these songs. Like, this is sick. And then like mum keeps ringing me And I'm like, fuck, like it's getting close to the time. Like I said, I'd be back for her to pick me up at my auntie's house.
But they haven't made purple pills yet.
Oh my God, no. So she kept calling and I couldn't answer because the fucking music's loud and like there's F-bombs like everywhere. Side note, they bought me like Eminem's Curtain Calls album for my 10th birthday, and they didn't realize like what Eminem was at that time. And I was playing it fucking loud in my room, and they're just like, "What have we done?" So I was like, "Well, I can't."
You are all fucked up.
All fucked up. So I can't really like. So I was in this concert, and like they're like, "Oh, Eminem will be on in half an hour after the break and everything else." And Mum's like, "Where the fuck are you? Get home now!" And I was like, I gotta go. So I snuck into an Eminem concert, and because I was good. Like I listened to my mother. I missed Eminem because I had to be home. And here's the kicker: on the way home, she's like, "Where were you?" I was like, "Look, all cards on the table. I snuck into the Eminem concert, and I had to leave." She was like, "Did you see Eminem?" I'm like, "Nah, I had to be home." She was like, "Why the fuck didn't you?" She didn't swear. Like, "Why didn't you tell me? Just tell me you were there and you could have seen him." I was like, "Fuck."
Oh no.
So
You could have like gone like big about it and sort of said to her, it's like, "Look, Mum, Eminem invited me backstage. They said they had some stuff they wanted me to try, but I thought I better come home." It's like, oh well, okay, you snuck out, but
yeah. No, I didn't get in trouble. I didn't get in trouble for it. She was more like, "Why didn't you tell me? And you could have stayed to see Eminem." Like, and so next year, because I was really like, upset about it. And next year, she bought tickets to see Eminem with her, and I was like, fucking so excited. And then a week prior to that, he cancelled because he had an addiction to like sleeping pills, so he cancelled the entire tour. So I've never seen him.
because he was tired.
Yeah. So I'd never seen him. So yeah. So that's why naturally I turned to drinking.
Like you're talking about your mum like bringing you and trying to chase you and stuff.
Yeah.
My first date when I was like 12 years old, first girlfriend, and went on a date, and my best friend came along as well to watch Dangerous Minds with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Dangerous Minds. Yeah, in the school.
Sorry?
That's when they were in the school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Gangster's Paradise, right?
that was my first kiss.
Fuck yeah.
My first kiss was to Gangster's Paradise. My mate lined it up.
What a
He's
great
like,
song.
Right, you're gonna like lean to the left. You're gonna lean to the left. It's gonna be like, do you want to kiss her? She wants to kiss you. Okay.
It's a life coach right there.
Yeah, like a solid like minute and a half of snogging on the
Wow.
stairs.
At 12?
To Gangster's Paradise at 12. And then straight away afterwards freaking out and like rushing off to the toilet with my mate and going, "Whoa, that felt weird."
It's weird, man. I think so. One of the first, one of the first girls like I dated. Her name was Karen, and she came to my house. I think we must have been like 12, man. It's probably the same age, and she was really keen to like start kissing and moving forward. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. And I was like, this is not for me. Like she was like, we should close the door and kiss. And I'm like, my younger brother, I'm like, "Hey George, you want to come hang out?"
I need a chaperone.
So I made sure like we just kept playing games with my younger brother because I was like, I'm not ready for this. And then a year later,
I've done shit like that as an adult.
dude. And then literally a year. I don't know how long we dated for. But I remember that we. I think the only reason that we dated is because a friend of mine really wanted to date this girl, Angela, and she only agreed if I would date that girl. So and then like.
So you pity dated this girl?
No, I think we pity dated each other, and there was like, and then we'd be like, this isn't, I didn't want to kiss, and she, we'd break up, and then they'd break up because we broke up, and then he was like, look, just get back together, and that way we can get back together. I'm like, yeah, this is healthy. This is totally. This is totally healthy.
And that set the tone for my future relationships.
For the rest of my life. No, but if we're moving forward in like age-wise, I think already by like by about 13, 14, I think I'd already like started like drinking on the street, like just not sneaking out, but going to a friend's house and drinking. And
such a goody two shoes.
yeah, I know, which fucking baffles me. Like, I think I went opposite. I think I went too hard, too young, and then I was like, okay, I'm done.
I was just making up for lost time, mate.
Yeah. So I had a paper round. I had a paper round.
I had a paper round too. That was my first job.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
So I had a paper round that would pay, I think it was fucking a lot of money for me then. It was like £20 a week. And I used that solely for alcohol. And I used to get my friends to help me because they also would receive that alcohol. And like £20 could get you 2 bottles of vodka in the UK back then. And it's funny. Fuck, we're really going down memory lane now. So one night we're outside of the shops just asking random people to buy us alcohol, which some did. Some were like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, creepy old men in trench coats.
Yeah, it was weird. He wanted me to go to his house to drink it. But no, one guy was like, I can get you 3 bottles instead of 2. I just have to go to that pub. And we're all like, fucking 3. Like, absolutely.
How does, like, imagine that mindset as an adult, though. It's like,
and now?
10-year-old's like,
get fucked.
You buy some booze, it's like, let me get you some savings.
Yeah. Oh, no. Just wait for the story to finish. So he's like, I can get you 3 for the same cost. I just got to get it from that pub instead. So we wait there, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Anyway, he just fucked off. He just fucked off with a £20 and never to be seen again. So if you're out there...
He was just doing you a service.
Yeah. It's like, you're going to pay on alcohol. He's like, I'm going to give it to my kids.
That'll teach you to give your money to a local church minister.
Yeah. I feel like the kind of guy that we asked and who would say yes to that would probably just put it straight into the pokies and just be like, oh, fuck. Yeah.
Stupid kids.
Why waste your money when I can waste it for you? But nah, man. So yeah, I mean, it's not exactly glorious. Like, me and my friends were fucking drinking on the street and shit, and yeah, it was like I look at people that age now. Like, I work with young people, and I'm honest to a point because it's work, right? And they were like, what do you do? What did you do at this age?
It's professional kind of like.
Yeah.
I suppose like. With my kids, it's more, I was like, all right, I'm your dad.
Yeah.
But it's not a professional thing. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, here's the mistakes I made.
Yeah. So, like, with the young people that I work with, I'm like, I did some...
Stop burping into this, huh? We're doing like...
Go home, bro. What's that smell?
Like, oh, wait, there's like the microphone's right there.
Yeah, rather than burp directly at me, you're like... But yeah, like, so I work with young people, and I'm like, well, I did some stuff that wasn't exactly proper then, and trust me, like, I don't want that for you. Like, I look at Caitlin's niece and nephew, and her nephew just turned 13. I'm like, fuck. Like, what was I doing at that age, man? Like, where was I?
You know what? There's a bodyboarding premiere coming out next year, and it's this it's these dudes like around 1999. They made a bodyboarding movie called Tension.
Yeah. Oh, Tension Bangers.
Yeah, that's
the playlist you sent me. Yeah.
So. Tension, it's like a bodyboarding vid. They just come back from Hawaii. They'd like seen Camp Kill Yourself, which was like the Jackass.
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
And they came back to Perth and just started doing that stuff and filming it as well.
Yeah.
Made a bunch of bodyboarding videos with this stuff on it. And they took off. Like, I'm pretty sure Whitey bought houses and stuff off it. He did really well.
Wow.
But it just sent a whole like generation of kids.
Yeah.
Fucking wild.
Yeah.
Like, I was a goody two-shoes as a kid.
Yeah.
And then we hit that age and we were just doing dumb shit.
Like,
we were running rampant. We'd have our crew of like surfers and bodyboarders on the beach. There'd be like 60 or 70 of us. There's like kids from school would go past. It's like, oh, I saw you at the beach on the weekend. It's like, oh, why don't you come say hi? It's like, you were with like 60 or 70 other people.
It's terrifying. Yeah.
But we were causing havoc.
Yeah.
We'd be like just doing dumb grom shit. Like, writing shit downstairs. We'd be like we'd be collecting the straws at McDonald's. It used to be McDonald's.
Yeah.
At Scarborough Beach.
Yeah.
We'd get all the straws and put them together and try and like suck chips out from behind the counter. Stupid, dumb shit. And then when the premieres came up,
Yeah.
they'd never have us at the same place twice. Like the Regal Theatre.
Yeah.
They had one there. I think like the doors got torn off.
Jesus
They
Christ.
said, we will never have you back here
Yeah.
again. And literally those guys have recently just had like a comedy type tour.
Yeah.
At the Regal Theatre again. They'd forgotten completely who they were apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently not welcome back again.
Fuck. Shit.
It used to get loose. Like we'd have the wildest time. We'd always get crazy.
Man, you looking back at the shit you used to do as a kid, you're like, fucking hell, like some of the stuff that you would do that you think was fun. You just
I regret some of it.
Dude, yeah. I regret a lot of it.
Like there was definitely disconnect. It's like you sort of had to go. It's like don't think about the consequences of this action.
Yeah. But I think lucky for me, I always had a voice that was like, you know, this isn't right. Like it was always like, you know, this isn't right. Like you're doing it because your friends are doing it, and it's.
We did it anyway.
Yeah, and I think that's why it got to a point where fast forward to we're like 18, 20, and then most of my friends like followed that drug path, like continued, and they would try drugs. And for me, I always stuck with beer, and it was like, I know that this isn't this whole like doing stuff because it's like it's cool, that's what we're doing, has gone too far now. So I'm like, I'll just have a beer, man. You do your thing. I think also as well, I had a really like not a personal bad experience with drugs, but I had a friend who, fuck, it was gnarly. I had a friend who had taken like 2 pills in a very short amount of time. And I went to go see him, and it was like probably like 20, 30 minutes apart that he had taken these. And I think the first one kicked in, and like I found him outside just fucking talking aggressively like to a tree. Like, and it's funny, like you look back, it's funny. He's just like arguing with a tree in a branch, right?
What was it though?
Fucking oak. Big old oak.
Those guys are assholes though.
Fuck the oaks, right? And so it was enough to put me off. So he's like hitting the tree and like trying to start on the tree, and then like he breaks like his drugged upness, and he's like, "Can you help me?" And it's like goes back to like arguing with the tree.
I just realized I'm fighting a tree.
Bro, and like it got to a point where like I'm like, dude, like the second one is gonna make this 10 times worse. And yeah, I spent like 20 minutes like literally put my fingers down his throat, like trying to get this other pill up. And I was like, after that, I was like, I don't think drugs are for me.
I remember like hearing this story in high school. I went to a pretty rough high school.
Same.
And I remember it was this dude, and everyone like said he I think he'd done like an acid trip.
Yeah.
And then just like never came back from it. He became convinced he was an orange and everyone was out to eat him, which in hindsight, I think it's probably a bullshit story.
Yeah.
But it scared the shit out of us as kids. And it worked perfectly.
Yeah. I'm so glad that...
Several more decades.
I'm so glad that story turned out to be okay, because I was like, I'm an orange trying to eat him. I was like...
I bet maybe that was the case. I don't know. We didn't see him again.
Yeah.
So it must have had... look, he probably had some sort of psychotic episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, it put us off.
Yeah.
Long time.
I think I'm glad. I think I'm definitely glad, or I'm kind of in the middle, because like I wish I had tried more, but I think I only wish that because I have FOMO, and like other people talk about it, and I'm like, that would have been so cool.
Look who you're talking to. It's like the guy who wants to try everything in the world before he dies.
And like
heroin and crack.
Heroin and crack are off the table. But no, so sometimes I think about it and I'm like, I wish I had tried some more when I was younger. But that's only because people often only tell you about the fun shit and it sounds great. And not many people will tell you about like the really dark shit. So it's like
this guy I know who went to Bali and had a mushy milkshake when he was like 21.
Oh my God, I know someone who did a mushy milkshake and had a terrible time. You know who it is, so I'll tell you. I'll tell you after we start recording.
I'll tell you who this is after the recording. The Simpsons Tron. You remember the Simpsons episode? Maybe we're going too niche here, but
Maybe.
the 3D episode where it's like he ends up in this 3D world. That's all like this Tron grid.
I think
And
so, but
he's got like a cone, a 3D cone. He throws it, and it causes a vortex.
nah, I don't know this.
Yeah.
That sounds really bad for your friend.
Yeah, that friend was like, that was in their head. so he called his girlfriend imperf at the time. Said, hey, just tried mushies for the first time.
Yeah.
Out a bit. Also, I'm leaving for a surf charter in 3 hours out to the Eastern Islands of
Jesus Christ. I once called an ex-girlfriend of mine really annoyed that they hadn't sent the taxi yet. And it took me about 20 minutes into the conversation before she's like, this is not the taxi, this is your girlfriend. Like, so she just gave up and she called my friend and she was like,
That's bad.
yeah. So she called my friend and was like, what the fuck? They're like, yeah, he's really drunk. I'm like, yeah. I once got, there's a lot of drunk stories I have because I didn't do the drugs and stuff. There's one time when I left the club and you know when you you're top heavy when you're drunk, you're just like,
No.
No, you don't get top heavy?
I don't think so.
You don't I don't know, it's too sex. Like you're like this. No?
You know what though? I've seen dudes that have been that pissed, like when I've been in the job.
Yeah.
And it's like, that dude's going to stack it. And sure enough, like this dude, like the ones they're that drunk,
yeah.
and they reach to like they drop something, they got to pick it up, and they just like they hinge at the hips,
Yeah.
and then just go
Blup.
thunk, and the first point of contact is their forehead, and
Yeah.
you end up like calling an ambulance and having to patch them up.
Well, that didn't happen, but
That's good.
yeah, I felt like I was jogging the way home because I was like, you know, when I try to outrun a fool, and I'm falling forward because I'm drunk, and I'm like, and I did that the entire way home. I kid you fucking not. And
now you mention it, I reckon I've probably done a couple of runs home from Murphy's like that.
just, why do drunk walks take the longest?
I used to walk from like my old place in Melville to Frio's Bar with my best mate, and wouldn't take us long to get there. But they had $6 jugs of Emu Bitter on a student night, and so it became our thing. We would pick a bunch of these, and then we'd just take 3.5 hours to get home.
Yeah.
But it was because we'd be like finding traffic cones and stuff on the way home, and we just like simple minds. We're 18 years old. We'd block off like a major like traffic way, a major like highway or something, and then hide in the bushes and laugh as like people like detour because of traffic cones we put down. We're just idiots.
Fuck, man.
Oh,
Some of the stuff we did, I don't even
I
want
didn't get dates when I was 18. Hey. Actually, I do.
But weren't you a late
Story
bloomer
time.
though? Oh, story time? Okay.
Oh. Talk about being a little goody two shoes.
Yeah.
Look, I was a late bloomer,
Yeah.
and remember I was like,
I feel like you definitely got better like to the later stages of now because I seen you with short hair and I
subjective though, isn't it?
that's true. I like the hair and the I like your face. Keep it like that.
I love showing people old photos of me. It's like, yeah, once upon a time I used to arrest people for a living, and I had short hair.
And you have the look.
And they're like, bullshit.
Yeah. No, you have the look of someone that arrests people. Like, this guy doesn't, but that guy did.
Oh man.
Story time.
That's gonna be another story time. But that guy I arrested at the coffee shop.
Oh, great
We're
story.
gonna come back to that.
Yeah.
Because that's
I'll
like
remember.
recent developments.
Oh my god, yes, because we mentioned it on a 2 episodes ago. Anyway, sorry, the first story time. Go. I'm like, go, monkey.
Shit. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Where were we?
Who's-
Alright, so I bought my stepmom's wild.
Yeah. Just putting it out there.
Okay. I remember I met this like young, like super proper girl.
Yeah.
Young, like I was young. Same age. We're the same age.
Super proper. Like posh or like
Christian.
ah.
Like she's I was living at my dad's house. with
Yep.
Dad and stepmom. Had my little granny flat up the back. It was sick. But Met this girl at a party, got chatting, got a number, organised a date. Super proper, super slow, super shy. I'm going to go to Freo. And my stepmom comes out afterwards, and this probably may give some idea, like some indication of why I am the way I am now.
Okay. I'm excited.
She says to this poor, like, really proper girl, it's like, so, will you be staying the night? It's like, if he's half a lover his father is, you're in for quite a treat. And I'm like, mate, that's gonna have to be played at this stage.
How old were you?
18? 17 or 8? No, 17.
Oh, I forgot you.
I was 17. Yeah, late bloomer. I was 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish no, I don't, because it's always one of those things like you wish you could change something, but then you don't because then it would change who you are.
I had the green light when I was 17. I was in bed with a naked chick and I was just like, did not put two and two together.
Oh my God, that reminds me of a story. So when I was like 15, and I won't say the name, this girl who knew someone that I had known I was staying at my nan's house where my uncle was also living, and they were both out, and she just happened to knock on the door. And I think I was 13 or 14, she was 15. I think I was 13. And she knocked on the door, and I opened the door. She was like, hey, like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. She was like, where is everyone? I'm like, they're out. And again, going back to like the whole idea of like, I wasn't ready, and then like things made me ready. She was like, why don't I come in and we can go upstairs? And I'm like, because they'll just be back in a minute, and
Did you know what was going on?
Huh?
Did you know what was going on?
I had an idea. It took me a while. It wasn't like straight away. Like this is comic value, but
My grandparents will be home.
my nan will come, and she wouldn't be too happy to see you with underneath her Venetian blinds, and
They come from a different time.
But no, like, so it took me a minute to realize what she was like, insinuating. But I was like, this is not right. We're supposed to love each other. So yeah, there's another time where I like cock blocked myself because I was like, no, I'm not ready for this. Anyway, you said you had a second story time because we need to talk about what happened to the gentleman at Groundswell.
Have we talked about the dude I arrested in a cafe?
I think we mentioned it very briefly because we mentioned the window breaking 2 or 3 episodes ago.
Were we working with us?
No. So let's tell the story from
Start from the bottom.
Yeah, start from the bottom.
Set the scene.
Set the scene.
7 a.m.
Yep.
Saturday morning.
Yep. Matt's hair's
Quiet
flowing.
Coastal suburban cafe.
Slight breeze offshore.
Anyway, I'm outside in the driveway, like so, talking to people, taking orders and stuff out in the driveway.
Because we used to work in a coffee shop.
In a coffee shop, it's got a drive-through section where you're out there and you're kind of taking orders, selling muffins. And,
Muffin man!
one of the girls who works in here, she's got a partner who's like, I think we can talk about it now because they're not together, but he was like he was always there, like watching what she was doing.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. And anyway, next thing, like I'm outside and I see this guy get ejected forcefully out the door.
Yeah.
And that partner of one of our workers and another dude.
We'll call him X.
Fronting up to him.
Yeah.
Because this guy's been pushed up and this guy's going off. And kind of thought like, all right, they've started a fight inside. Like, let's split this up.
Yeah.
So 11 years as a transit officer, you kind of like, you see these things you sort of sometimes get involved. It's like, all right.
I know, because it's like that time that guy tried starting on me because of my face at Murphy's.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, because of your face.
Because of my face!
I thought it was just that. I thought they had just started a fight at 7 o'clock in the morning in a cafe. So it's like, all right, split them up, separate them. And then there was like one of the guys had a dog, and
the guys who were pushing someone out of the cafe.
The 2 guys pushed a guy with a dog out of the cafe.
Okay.
And I just thought it was a fight, so I thought, cool, split it up. Anyway, the guy with the dog starts on me. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. It's like, I don't take very well to being threatened.
Yeah. You're like, act first.
That gets my back up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sorry, what? I think I told these two guys, like, go inside.
Yeah.
Turn to this guy. And I said, mate, just piss off.
Also, it's 7 in the morning.
He's like, I'm going to kill you. Like, you're dead.
I haven't had a fucking long Mac yet.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
I had my coffee, maybe I did. Anyway.
I don't think you did.
I start my day. It's like the first thing when I walked in.
That's like every time you start a shift.
It's like, all right, give me a long Mac
And a double,
shot.
a double espresso. Yeah.
This is how I talk to people. If you ever met me in the job, that's why I was smiling at you.
Yeah. Matt.
And talking really fast.
Yeah. So literally, every time that I would work with Matt, it would be like, all right, he starts at 7:30. So it means he's going to be here at 7:40. And I'd have...
I was never that late.
Fine, 7:35. And so I'd literally, we'd just make sure that you pour him a double shot and he would just neck it and then he would slowly sip his long Mac. Anyway, back to the story. Yeah, so this guy gets you back up.
So he's got, anyway, tell him to leave. And he's kind of like shaping up and stuff. And I said, mate, I will call the cops.
Yeah.
And that was almost like this kind of like moment for him. He's just gone like, oh, and like started leaving.
Yeah.
It's like, sweet.
Oh, police.
Done. Back to work.
Yeah.
I walk inside and one of our like one of the managers, one of the barista, the most gentle dude, 6'2", 6'3".
We can say his name, hey? We won't. Yep, we haven't asked.
But you know what? Gentle soul.
Yeah.
Wouldn't hurt a fly.
Yeah, he's lovely.
Like, turns out the dude has belted him. What's happened is he brought his dog in and he just let him go. The guy's obviously had a big weekend.
Yeah.
Parked himself down the couch, let the dog go. The dog getting him the food. And the barista grabbed the lead of the dog and said, oh, mate, do you mind just coming and grabbing your dog? He's getting into the food.
Yeah.
And the guy's response was to come up and knock him out.
Yeah. Yeah, he just sucker punched him,
Sucker punched him. Knocked him out. And I remember thinking, it's like, well, if he just leaves, we're like, it's just going to be description like fair skin male, bloody grey tracksuit.
They're never going to find him, kind of thing. Yeah.
Nah, I'm going after him. It just so happened also in the cafe at the time was, I can't remember if we were still seeing each other at the time. It might be a little bit off.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, look, it was a friend of mine.
Yep.
She was a police recruit at the time.
Yeah.
But we had some history, so we knew each other. So she was in there at the time.
She'd arrested you a couple of times.
Anyway.
Yeah, moving forward.
I've got to chase this dude. Like, I've ran out to chase this dude, and he was walking off, and when he sort of clocked me, he started running.
Yeah.
I thought I'd just stay with him. And all I was planning on doing was, I'm just going to watch where he goes, and I'll just keep on calling the cops, and just like...
This is the house he went into. Yeah.
And he ducked off around a corner, and I got around the corner, he disappeared. I remember baddies used to do this when I was a transit officer. It's like this moment, you sort of like, all right, they've gone to ground somewhere. They just disappeared.
Yeah.
You know, they're hiding somewhere. And at this time, old mate, the cop recruit, rang me and said, where are you? And I'm like, I've just popped down this side street.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I'm nearly here. I'll come with you. So I've posted her in the street just to make sure he doesn't like duck out of hiding. I started having a bit of a look around, and there was like a set of units. And... literally, like, someone down this set of units, I've said, did this guy just run past with a dog? He's like, yeah, he lives right there. He's tapped. Like, sweet, address, cool, back to work. Call the cops, call the boss.
Because didn't he come a second time?
So, yeah.
In the same day?
So, I rang Pori.
Yeah.
I rang the boss.
Yeah.
I said, like, come down. Such and such has been here. He's assaulted. It's actually pretty serious. We've got the cops on the way.
Yeah.
Come down and look after his employee. And while he's in with the employee who's kind of recovering, he's pretty...
Yeah, because he got knocked out, right?
He got knocked out.
Yeah.
I'm serving customers. And I just hear this, you're dead! I'm like, oh, here we go. And this guy's charging up the driveway while I'm like talking to people.
Trying to sell muffins.
And he's just straight at me. He's just like, you're dead. So all the threats. And I'm kind of like, he's trying to get at me, and I'm sort of just checking him back.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much, like,
ready for the, hit for,
And he's doing this, and I'm kind of just pushing him back. It's like, go away, mate. Like, you're an idiot. And the boss comes out.
Yeah.
Boss also what? What do you reckon the boss is? About 6 foot?
He's a big lad. He's really tall.
6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, he's big.
And he trains Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu pretty often.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Pori, by the way, at Groundswell.
Pori at Groundswell.
Yeah.
And he said to him, he's like, mate, you're not welcome here anymore. Never come back. Like, you can't come here. Like, you're banned. And I saw this guy he's sort of like looking away and he's sort of like come back.
Cocking back,
He's sort of like off step. I'm like, all right. My first thought, I'm just like, I'm going to get to see the boss do some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu stuff.
Fuck's sake. He's going to wrap him up. He's going to look like a pretzel.
I thought so.
Yeah.
And the dude hit him.
Yeah. Because he hit him down to the ground as well, hey?
Nah, I didn't drop him. But belted him in the jaw.
Yeah.
And then was lining up a second one. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't even remember. But I just went straight into this. I love this move like we learned. It's called a harness.
Yeah.
You slip in around behind their back. And it's not a choke.
Yeah.
It's like one arm goes up underneath this.
Yeah.
My police statement was so like...
Policey.
Oh, it was...
You did this
It
whole...
wasn't policey. It was like... My left arm ran up his inside. Come around thinking...
Caressed his left shoulder.
He used to have to write out
Yeah.
Got him into a harness. And at this stage, Pori's grabbed one of his arms and just said, let go.
Yeah.
Pori goes... You give him a little hip bump.
Yeah.
Just a little hip thrust.
Hip thrust. Yeah. Really. Just stop.
It almost is. And it pushes them out and it takes them off center.
Yeah.
Off their balance. And when you do that, they're yours. Like, you get them off balance.
That's how you take them back to your cave.
You have a chance to have a little chat in their ear.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so it's like, all right, you're going to settle down? You're going to say, it's like, you're dead, I'm going to kill you. It's like, all right, we're going to ground. So
You come to the ground?
I dropped him. Like, literally between two cars.
I'm here to make a public arrest.
No, it was just going to keep on fighting us.
But, so the reason that we're also telling this story is because lately... Yeah. Which is a fucking sick full circle for this story. It is so good.
The local chocolate place. So, like, Pori also has his chocolate.
Yeah.
Sort of, he does Woodfire Chocolate, the Woodfire Chocolate Company.
Yeah, so Groundswell started off as like a combi van. They moved to brick and mortar. They roast their own coffee, and now they're...
Woodfire roast their own coffee. So only 1 of 3 Woodfire roasters in the whole country.
And then...
WA.
And then also on top of that, they now import the cacao and they wood fire roast their own chocolate as well.
Yeah, and they're doing ceremonial cacao now as well.
Oh, we should do one.
I've done all that stuff.
I've never done it. It'd be funny.
We're friends.
Yeah.
We're friends.
So the essentially what it looks like is it's a drive-through. There's the cafe here. Sorry, I'm holding the label to my beer. There's the coffee shop here, and then there's the Woodfire chocolate place here, and you drive through and you can pick up your coffee and whatever else. And then recently, our friends over at Groundswell, they posted a video of someone maliciously running up to the glass front of the Woodfire chocolate place. Chocolate, bearing in mind. Like, why would you do this?
Running up with like a brick in each hand, like runs up the drive, runs in. Like, the first one's pretty funny, because like, I don't know if the dude's pissed or... Like, I vaguely remember him not being very good at running.
Looking back, it's funny, because he's like trying to throw something at a glass.
He's throwing the brick at the front of the thing. Like, he falls over while throwing a brick, throws another one.
Recovers, throws a second brick through the glass of the building, and runs off.
Yeah, and the footage is like... We kind of like... We put it out there. Like, we're trying to find the guy. The guy came back just recently.
Yeah. Literally, like a week or so ago, 2 weeks?
Probably a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But
so the second time he's done this.
It was, I think we just had this light bulb moment where it's just like, hold on a second.
Is that?
It's like, is that the same guy from, it would be like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
I've been festering on this. Like, can you imagine where that kind of person, anyway, sorry.
Anyway, yeah. And look, we said, it's like, is this the same guy? And I've like sent it off to my cop recruit friend.
Yeah.
It's like, do you reckon this is the same dude? And she's like, oh, maybe. I don't know if she looked into it or what. But
Yeah.
Like next thing, like Pori's like,
Been arrested.
He's been arrested, charged laid, same dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Came
awesome.
back 2 years later just to throw some bricks through windows. And
Which is great for the local business because, just destroying the front of the shop twice.
Really close by.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But he told us we were finished. He's like, he told us we had to move out of Mandurah because Mandurah was his and he was going to kill us and we don't know who we're messing with.
Yeah. And instead he took it out on innocent chocolate.
But I got to bring a little bit of the old job into the new job. I reckon everyone looked at me a bit funny after that, hey?
Yeah, because you were like, you're the muffin guy.
Used to me, like, I'm pretty chill. And I was pretty chill in the job too. Like, if someone got arrested by me, they deserved it.
Yeah.
But I know, like,
bearing in mind, in this drive-through, people called you the muffin man.
I worked in
Like-
London line for 11 years.
Yeah.
So I know,
You sold muffins like you were selling sex. Tell me I'm wrong, even though Sean is behind the camera again.
It's all about emotion. You have to like try and like get emotions rising in people about like these delicious muffins that have like just been baked this morning. Like they're delicious, they're fresh. I personally really love the choc chip one.
Why do you love it?
It's delicious, freshly made. I don't actually like muffins, but these muffins are delicious.
I see you eat a lot of muffins, mate. You definitely like muffins.
I haven't had muffins since. I'm getting the muffins.
I think on that note, on muffins, what have we covered this episode? We've done saving to stopping an attack on a local business. We spoke about growing up, drugs and alcohol. It's been a good episode.
Right?
We should drink and do episodes more often.
We say that, then we watch them the next day and they don't see it.
This is awful. Delete.
I talked about doing illegal shit.
Yeah, one day that will come out for fun. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. This has been Monkey See, Monkey Do, again at Matt's house, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
See ya.